Best coffee around. Like, I even struggle to enjoy stuff at like coffee shops these days. Just, you can't compare with Aldi French blend. It's the best coffee going. It's all getting expensive, but the coffee seems to remain the same sort of price. Yeah, if you want some good coffee, that's the one. Don't get the espresso. The espresso tastes burnt. But apart from that, the French, I haven't tried it. I tried the Lidl version of this. It's not as good. It's got to be Aldi. Definitely an Aldi guy. I have a Lidl. I've got a Lidl right next to my house, and I go to Aldi, which is a 10-minute drive. So the gym's there as well, though. So yeah, it's calm. So doing the strips, I've got some stock imagery here for like weddings and such. It looks cool. I'm going to, over time, build a little, photo shoot of like, group photos and such. It could be a nice little thing for holidays and such. So also, it's been catching. And I noticed it the other day, and I tried to play around with the rollers to see if there's a way of doing it. It really wants to lip up here. So I've got a bit of tape and these clips here. These are from an exhibition I did ages ago, and I've still just got like a massive bundle of them. I did like over 100 bits of, did 100 prints of my illustrations. I've got my guy here. He's never going to leave. I've had him for ages. He transforms into this weird spaceship, but that's for another day. But I'm able to print bi-directional now on high quality, which is great. I'm going to lose a bit of material here again, but I don't want to go to the edge anymore because, yeah, I've messaged the guys. I guess this is one of those things. It's a tick box. It's a learning curve for me. It's a tick box when buying a second-hand machine. Make sure you get all the bits. So the clips that hang on to this thing here and hang on to this one here. And make sure you get everything. I did mention it to the guy, and I can't remember what he said. I want to say that he said don't worry about it, but I can't remember. But this is a thinner bit of media than what we had on originally, which is either that or the high tack. So yeah, and I've changed over the blade to the actual rolling one. I've got the Mamaki one here. I've got the 60s. I've got a 60 on it at the moment, and the 45s, I don't know what these are for, but I thought they were the regular ones. I might put into the rolling group and say, would anyone recommend blades for the Roland, because they're rubbish and the 60s work. I heard 60s were for perforating, but for perf cutting, but I don't even know if this machine can perf cut. So I think perf cuts are just for VersaWorks 6. But I wonder, because I can't have a cut and then it floating around on here, say. So all in all, again, just getting there. Inks have stopped being drank ever since I've stopped doing test runs and test prints and such. So we're getting there, and yeah. If it weren't for the cold, I'd be in higher spirits, but the cold's mashing me up this year. Guess it's the joys of getting old. But yeah, got my bits there. All good in the hood. I've already emailed matey, and I'll get those clips in so I can stop doing this, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, all good in the hood. Yeah, look at that banging quality. I think I'm going to do a tile version of this, so you can get 2 inches by 2 inches or 3 inch by 3 inch, and it'll be like the Instagram. So you get your favorite top 9 pictures, and again that'll be a bit more casual. I think the strips are very much like wedding and holidays and such, but they're sort of novelty. They're cool though. I really like them. Just doing a little printing on the go yet, and I've just getting 2 new listings up. seems strange not using the printer, and I've just spent so much money on it. But again, it's still in the building up section of the timeline, and yeah, there'll be a day when this all day, and when that day comes, it won't be needed. I'll get a bit. It's So I've actually just downloaded VersaWorks 6. I'm going to move that across, and hopefully I can connect the printer and the laptop with the IP address. Hopefully I can just copy and paste it from VersaWorks 5. I don't know if this is 5 or 5.5, but it's fine. But VersaWorks 6 has a perforating option, and I really want to get the perfing going on this thing. So that'd be a great option for customers. And VersaWorks 5 or 5.5 doesn't have that option. So it's going to happen. I've got it on a list of things to do. You know, even like little things like making a listing, you know, it just takes a while. And then, for instance, I printed the stuff off, then I waited for, you know, I gassed it, then I laminated, then I put in magnets, and I take pictures. It's about a day and a half's worth of work, and it's 2 listings. I know there's probably people watching this going, it doesn't take that long, and it's like, yeah, with other stuff in life and stuff, like I've got to pop out, do this, do that. It's not just hard labor, like you know, every minute of that time into that job. Obviously it doesn't take that long, but then that's that theory of, how does one charge for a job? Do you charge hourly? Because like, if you had to build a chair, isn't that like Marxism or something? Like, it's not my cup of tea, but isn't that like the Marx made the hourly wage because he was, but then people argued because, like, say like if you build a chair and you have to wait for the glue to, how did I do that? You have to wait for the glue to dry. There you go, it's done it again. Ooh. If I put my hand here, there you go. And you have to wait for the glue to dry. How does one charge for that job? You have to charge per job, surely, because you can't charge while waiting for the glue to dry. So, you know, that goes into the theory of labour of value of labour, labour of value, which is a Marxist thing. Not my cup of tea, but it's a good little debate to have, because I don't think there's any right or wrong answer. I mean, obviously, if you're a shelf stacker, you should probably get paid hourly, but perhaps if they got paid percentage, or like how much they did, they'd work harder. I don't know. Would that be too much for, say, a 18-year-old shelf stacker who doesn't care and is constantly checking their phone? Like they say, if you can get an 18-year-old to turn up to their job, and if they're good, fantastic. But sorry, I've gone off on one. But yeah, just gonna get the machine running, get it, just a bit of flat colour out of her, make sure she's all good. And that's today. A bit of maintenance. I suppose it's a bit of maintenance, isn't it? So not much is happening. I've had some more pins come through the door today, and I'm going to step away from the pins. I want to be production, so I don't want to rely on any third party or anything that might be construed as copyright. Like even the Doggo Cloggos, Crocs are going hard on those plastic clogs, the plain plastic clogs. Crocs are called in, so I can't have I had 2 listings up deleted by Crocs because it's one of those ones. So I also need to make a website so I can have them, so Etsy doesn't back. Because I would just argue they're not branded. They're just plastic clogs. You don't own them, and I don't know what their argument is, but Etsy are very much guilty in not protecting their workers, which are people who have shops. They're shop owners. I've had it before with prints. I did a print for I did an illustration for a film called Hobo with a Shotgun. It's a really good film. And the company, it was a caricature, and in England we have a thing called caricature. It's like it's a other countries might not necessarily have it. So you know, they might come at me and go, you can't have this because of copyright. But I'll be like, well, actually, I'm in England, so I can, because we have copyright rules. So, printer's cleaning itself for some reason. There you go, it's good. As long as it's moving, we ain't losing, I think is the saying. But so yeah, so you know, it's all different everywhere. But Etsy will just flat out and just back the person calling the you know, bring up the problem. Whereas they should probably do more to back their shops. If it's an obvious rip-off, like you're selling bloody your own version of Nike trainers, then yeah. But like, I think if there's an argument, perhaps listen to it. But then you could argue, then if they'd be spending all their time messing around people, but you know, they take enough fees. I can't wait to get off Etsy. The second I'm off Etsy, boom, it's gonna be good. I'm probably going to go to Shopify, and yeah, I use Printful, Shopify. I use Shopify, but only if the listing isn't available on Printful. But I'll get the website, the e-commerce website, on Shopify. Although there is attempting to get the Etsy Square, which turns all your listings from Etsy into it. But I feel like I want to step away. Etsy will pay for itself because it brings traffic in, but all I ever hear from Etsy these days is complaints. They just seem to do more and more to distance themselves from people who work hard on their websites. So we'll see, we'll see. So again, so much to do. This is another reason why I haven't been able to print anything. Obviously, I've pre-made lots of stuff, so if anyone orders anything, I just take off the shelf. But I should be using this machine at least once a day. There's a test print or something. I'll probably just save a leaf of that, so I'll cut that up. So I'll feed that. I'm pretty sure you can feed a leaf through these machines. Actually, I don't know.